Hi students, this is Viswanath, chemistry faculty for NEET and IIT exams. Last class we completed some of the numericals. See the next one. The following data were obtained at 303 Kelvin for the reaction 2A plus B gives rise to C plus D. In 4 experiments, concentrations of reactants A and B are given and initial rate of formation of D is given. So question is, what is the rate law? What is the order with respect to each reactant and overall order? What are the units of rate constant? These we should find out. Say this, let the rate law is, we are considering rate law for this general reaction, rate equal to K into concentration of A power P, concentration of B power Q. Now compare experiments 2 and 3. Say this, generally by seeing this type of tabular form data, students will fear because so many values are given. How can we get answer? Its procedure is difficult, like this you may think, but it is not difficult. Understand the process, then it will become very easily, you can get correct answer in a less time. Say this, in this type of questions, by comparing concentrations of reactants in different experiments, we can understand. Now compare the comparing experiments 2 and 3. So this is 2, this is 3. Say this, in these 2 and 3 experiments, concentration of the reactant A is doubled and concentration of B kept constant. Then what about rate of reaction? Rate of reaction almost increased 4 times. So from this we can write for experiment 2, rate R2 equal to K into concentration of A 0.2 whole power P, reactant B 0.3 whole power Q, rate of formation. And experiment 3 also we wrote same way. Now let it be equation 1, equation 2, 2 by 1 or 3 by R2, then we can get P equal to 2. Okay. Now experiments 1 and 4, observe this 1 and 4, 4. Concentration of reactant A kept constant and concentration of reactant B increased by 4 times. Then rate of formation is also increased by 4 times. Now say this, R1 we wrote rate of reaction and experiment 4 rate equation we wrote. Now 4 by 1, if we do 4 by 1 we can get Q equal to 1. Okay, so for reactant A order is 2, for reactant B order is 1, overall order 2 plus 1 equal to 3. Same thing here, order with respect to A equal to 2, with respect to B equal to 1, overall order of the reaction is 2 plus 1 3. Units of rate constant, third order reaction means we know that K equal to mole power 1 minus n, liter power n minus 1, second inverse, substitute n value equal to 3 in that, then we can get mole power minus 2 liter square minute inverse. Next, integrated rate equations for 0 order, first order, second order, third order. See first one, for 0 order integrated rate equation, K equal to initial concentration minus concentration of reactant after some time divided by T. So we have to remember this expression because based on this numericals will come. Rate constant K equal to equal to K. A naught means initial concentration or concentration of reactant at T equal to 0. A concentration after some time. Next, half-life for 0 order. Expression is T half equal to initial concentration divided by 2 into rate constant. So from this we can conclude T half of 0 order reaction is directly proportional to initial concentration and inversely proportional to rate constant. Okay, so T half equal to half-life, this is initial concentration of the reactant. So graphically we can represent this 0 order reaction. Concentration of reactant is on y-axis and the time t on x-axis. We can get a line like this. For this slope, if we find out, that gives slope equal to minus k and intercept equal to initial concentration. This is initial concentration, that is it becomes intercept for this straight line. If we get this type of line for the given data, then we can say the reaction follows zero order reaction. Okay, graph very important in multiple choice questions. By giving graph, it represents what type of which order of reaction. So based on that we have to answer zero order, first order, second order, whatever it is. Next, another graph for zero order reaction. Say this. This one also for zero order. Here on the y-axis rate of reaction and x-axis concentration of reactant, we can get a straight line. That means rate of reaction is independent of the concentration of the reactant. Reactant concentration increases or decreases, then there is no change in the rate of reaction. That's why straight line parallel to concentration axis is obtained. Remember this point. Enzyme catalyzed reactions also follow zero order reactions. Photochemical reactions, enzyme catalyzed reactions, and catalyst catalyzed by a solid catalyst, those are also follow zero order reactions. Next, first order reaction expression. Integrated rate equation for first order reaction, K equal to 2.303 by T into log of A by A minus X. K rate constant, A initial concentration, A minus X concentration of reactant after time T, and from this exponential form of integrated rate law equation for first order is concentration of the reactant after time T, A equal to initial concentration A naught into e power minus KT. Next, for this first order graphs are there just like zero order. Say this. ln A means initial concentration on y-axis, time on x-axis. We can get a line, we can get a straight line like this. For this, slope equal to minus k, and ln A naught is the intercept for this line. So this expression is similar to y equal to mx plus c. So this parameter on y-axis, and here this t on x-axis, and m means slope. So here slope means minus k, here c means intercept. Intercept is ln A naught. Okay, so if we get this type of line for the given data for any reaction, then we can conclude it follows first order reaction. Next, another graph for first order. Say this. Log of A naught by A, log of A naught by A equal to KT divided by 2.303. It is similar to y equal to mx. So this parameter on y-axis and t, time t on x-axis, we can get a straight line passing through origin. For this line, slope equal to k by 2.303. So for the given data, if we get straight line between these two parameters, then we can say it follows first order. Next, graph between the rate of reaction and concentration of the reactant in case of first order. For that also we can get straight line passing through origin. Remember these graphs without any confusion. There is a chance to ask a question based on these graphs. Next, half-life period for first order reaction, T half equal to 0.693 by K. So see the definition. Half-life period means the time taken to complete half of the reaction is called half-life period. This half-life period for the first order reaction is independent of the initial concentration of the reactant. Whatever the concentration of the initial concentration of the reactant, half-life period does not change. Next, time taken to complete any fraction of first order reaction, not only half-life. Half-life means T half means just 50% completion of the reaction time requires, that is T half. T 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 4 part completion of the reaction. Those times are T 1 by 3, T 2 by 3, T 3 by 4. That means time required for the completion of 3 by 4, for the completion of 2 by 3, time required for the completion of 1 by 3. All these time fractions do not depend on initial concentration of the reactant in case of first order. Next, second order. Say this. Second order integrated rate equation, K equal to 1 by T into X by A into A minus X, when both the reactants are the same. Already we know that rate constant rate equation for second order R equal to K into concentration of reactant A whole square. Both the reactants are same. For in that case, this is the integrated rate equation. Next, suppose both the reactants are different, then rate equation is K equal to 2.303 by T into A minus B into log of B into A minus X by A into B minus X. So this is when both the reactants are different. Here A comma B are the initial concentrations of the reactants capital A and capital B in mole per liter. A minus X mole per liter, B minus X mole per liter are the concentrations of the reactants A and B after some time. Now for this second order graph is 1 by concentration of the reactant A on y-axis, time t on x-axis, then we can get a line like this. It is not from origin, just we can get a line for this slope equal to rate constant K. Next, rate of reaction and concentration of the reactant. Rate of reaction on y-axis, concentration of the reactant on the x-axis, then we can get a curve like this. For any given data, if we get curve between these two factors, then we can say it follows second order. Next, for third order reaction, rate constant K equal to 1 by 2T into 1 by A minus X whole square minus 1 by A square. When we use this integrated rate equation, when all the three reactants are same, in that case, we can use that one. Next, see the numerical. So, the specific rate of a reaction is 6.2 into 10 power minus 3 mole liter inverse second inverse. The reaction is of first order, second order, fractional order, zero order. Say this specific rate means reaction rate constant value is given. From these units, we can expect order of the reaction based on the dimensions means units. The reaction is of the zero order because rate constant general units for rate constant general expression K equal to mole power 1 minus n liter power n minus 1 second inverse. Zero order n equal to 0, substitute in that, we can get this one. So based on this, so here also same type of units, so it belongs to zero order. Next, the rate constant of a reaction with respect to reactant A is 6 minutes. If we start with concentration this one, and when would concentration of reactant A reach the value of this one? So by seeing these units, rate constant units, we can understand this is a first order reaction. So here initial concentration is this, after some time concentration is this, rate constant expression is this, substitute in that. From this we can get required time, that is this one. Next, the 3/4 of a first order reaction is completed in 32 minutes. What is the half-life period of the reaction? Initial concentration, if we consider 100, in that 3/4 means 75% is completed. So A minus X equal to 100 minus 75, that equal to 25. So rate constant expression is this one. T half formula, T half equal to 0.693 by K. Substitute K value, then we can get T half. Okay, these are related to T half and rate constant of the first order reaction. Okay, we will meet in the next class.